jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, steady to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like...
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check nine. Check nine. Wait. Off.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Hunter Henry brings it in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long... Hey, Alpha! X3! 218, jump! 65! 5!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on second down. Brissett. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
A first down throw for Brissett. He'll get this to Eckler. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 8.
Come on, set. AC data, AC data. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
On third down, Brissett. Open man, it's Allen. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for him.
Target, he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second and 9, Brissett on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Kill, 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 kill. Ball trot. 57 to Mike.
Brissett on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 6-0 our score after 1. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And this is complete. It's Allen. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. 6-6. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second and 3. Looking deep for Jennings. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On 2nd down, Brissett again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 6-yard line.
Ready. Pilot, 64, weak.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
2nd and 11. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the ready.
Single.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You draw quarters.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That's good for 28 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going quickly out wide to Moore. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Single slot. Watch now. Hey, my 7. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. Here, 5.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Switch. Rotate. Wahoo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Collins. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On the double.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
We got, hey, Delta.
We got 3. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Deuce.
Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
42 the Mike, boys.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
First down, Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Come on, fellas.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Their face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
3 down, 3 down. Tight go, tight go, tight go. Hard, hard. Yo, go, go. Deep grip.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Hey, wahoo!
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Carson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one into the hands of Metcalf. In for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Big edge. Big edge. Big edge. Put him on. West. Put him in.
Here's Eckler. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Set. Get that read. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. 57. Mike, 57. In your face.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Get him! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Hey, watch the ship! Watch the ship! Check! Crunch! Hey, Sam off! Hit it!
They run again with Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check. Flag down. X3. 218. Chop. Tighten up. Top 5.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set, ready? 8, read. Check. 22 jet bomber. Hey, let's get them home. Buzz. 42. Squish, double. Mike 42. Now.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Slam.
Now Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Brissett. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, exit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Got it. Pilot, 64, read. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, zoom. Hey. Banjo. Hey, go.
drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bang, 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 bang. 61. Match, match. Mike. Echo, echo.
57, Mike.
Brissett now. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. Another costly turnover there, 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
It's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
3 down.
Protein spill. Check 26, check 26. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Rock 54. All day, pump. Pick the edge. Pump. Wait.
Out of his end zone, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Off the screen.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go. That's it. Man up, deep. Man up.
From his end zone on third, it's Brissett. And it's complete. Henry. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. 21 yards there on third down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Drop deep. Drop deep. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got jump.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hey, Echo.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
First down, Seahawks.
That one looks like he'll throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
49. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Mike's 49.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Here we go. Here we go.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Snap.
On third down, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. but that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
To throw is Brissett. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile,